Hi, it's Karen Burniston, and today I have a quick video with a die storage idea. So all of the Karen Burniston dies come in either a small packaging or a large packaging, and in both cases they're just a poly bag. So what's really nice is to transfer those into sleeves. Now I will put links below this video in the About section, but I'm going to use the Hutson brand storage envelopes in the large size and the small size. So you buy those in packs of 25 off of their website, and they're a really nice thick plastic sleeve. I got turned onto these by Kelly Booth. She mentioned that they were good sizes to fit my new packaging, and I ordered some and they are perfect. So I'm going to start first with one of the smaller packages. I'm going to do word set number 1 here. I don't need the poly bag at all because I'm going to use those sleeves instead. Now, a very cool feature of my dies is that the actual die shapes are printed on the back of the backer card, so that when you take the die off, you have the image. It's mirror image because it's basically meant to line up with the die. You don't even see it until you take the die off of there. But that can be very, very helpful when you're trying to figure out if you've got a missing die or figure out where the die went that's sitting on your table. Now the tape is very sticky, so take your time when you're pulling those dies off of there because it's extremely sticky. But what I would like to do is, instead of using the tape every time, I'd rather use magnets. So I went and purchased some magnetic vent covers. Here in the States we get them at Lowe's, which is a big huge home repair store. But you could also check maybe at your hardware store if you're out of the country, or how about just business card magnets? Any kind of thin magnet will work. And all I'm going to do is cut thin strips and use the tape that's already on the back of the backer card to hold my magnet strips in place. Then that will hold my dies in place. So that just makes it a lot easier. I still kind of have the same look. I can still see the images. I don't cover them up completely, and that way it's still easy for me to tell if all the dies are there. But it's going to be so much easier now to be able to use those because I can pull them right off of that magnet and put them back on. So since this is a small package, I'll use one of the small sleeves. They do come in packs of 25. I will tell you that I have no plans to change the size of the packaging of my dies. So if you do end up getting a whole set of 25, if you don't find a friend to split it with, you will definitely have what you need for future die releases as well. And look how nicely the die just fits down in there. And like I said, it's nice durable plastic. You can see the front, you can see the back. I'm just going to tuck the flap in. And now that's in there. I mean, I don't really foresee a problem with dies being able to fall out of there. Even if they fall off the magnet, they're still going to be trapped in the sleeve. So you get the idea, and the large sleeves will work great with the larger dies. So let me do this lightning fast here. I've just sped up the video, but I am taking my time getting those dies off the tape because it is very sticky tape. And even with your best carefulness, you may find times when you accidentally rip the backer card just getting the die off of the tape. No big deal. Just take your glue. I'm going to just use my Fineline bottle with my Lineco neutral pH adhesive and just go in there and glue that back down again. And again, I'm just cutting those small strips of magnet and using the tape that's already on the backer card. As long as I don't completely cover an image, I'll still be able to use the image as a guide. And it's nothing to say I can't add more magnet strips in other areas. If I find that a die is always falling off because it doesn't have quite enough magnet, I can always add more. But I start first by just using magnets in the section that had tape and just seeing if that does it for me. In this case, it looks fine on the flower pot. And then all I need to do is slide that now into one of the larger Hutson sleeves. And I will just do this lightning fast because you get the idea. The front of the packaging also shows the dies, and it will tell you how many dies are in the set. So you have a lot of good information on the packaging itself, and this is just a really great way to store the dies. Like I said, I'm going to go through and do all of the dies in my spring collection. I've got 4 small ones and 8 big ones. You can see how well it works here. One other thing I'll show is like on the cupcake, this is a good example. There was one small die, the bow, where the tape happened to go completely across the image. So I would have ended up covering the picture completely with my magnet strip. So I just kept a gap in it. And by putting that gap in it, I can still see the picture. So if I find the bow and I'm like, oh, where does this go? I can still see that picture in the magnet gap, but there's enough magnet to also hold it in place. So just for reference, as you're sleeve shopping, the small packaging, my packaging, is 5 inches wide by 5 1/4 tall. And on the large packaging, it is 5 3/4 inches wide by 8 1/4 tall. And like I said, the Hutson sleeves are perfect. If you click on the website link, you'll go to KarenBurniston.com, where you can find out information about purchasing these dies, as well as links to all of my other social media accounts. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel and check out some of my other videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.